everyone, it's Diane Evans with stampingwithdiane.com. I'm an independent Canadian Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in the interior of British Columbia. So welcome to my YouTube. Make sure that you're subscribed down below here. Hit that bell and you get notified immediately as soon as I do go live. Also, if you're joining me through Facebook or my Facebook group, welcome. Remember that those videos only stay on for 30 days, but you can always refer back to this YouTube station. By subscribing, that's probably one of your better ways of getting there. So welcome back to Monday. This is where I do a fancy fold or a 3D project. And today we're actually going to do a 3D project, and we are going to use some new product from the annual catalog. One part I was actually going to show more on a Now What series. However, I won't be available this Thursday for that Now What series, and the reason being for that is because of my retreat and setting up for it. But make sure that you do come on and say hello. I really do appreciate it when you do that. And remember that if you do come on, say hello, and I'm talking with you, and you don't like that sort of thing, what you can do is you can watch it on repeat, scoot on by that part. But I really, truly, I'm humbled by the number of people that do come and watch me. And hello, Colleen, and hello, Janice, and Felicia. Oh, I don't know if it's going to be such a great project. I got this idea kind of from the Demonstrator Planning Place, which is a great place. You get a lot of inspiration, especially when you are a demonstrator. You can get into this. However, I did do some modifications on the box that she made because it wasn't quite how I wanted the box to be. But we are going to go ahead and we are going to, I'm going to show you a specialized monogrammed box. So let's go on down to my desktop here. Now, this is a new product that is in the annual catalog. They're called Party Alphabets, and there's actually a bundle that comes with this and these banners, and I can't wait to show you a couple of projects that I'm going to be doing with these banners as well. But I wanted to show you to do a box with this, but then we're also going to be playing with the new washi tape. So I'm not going to show you how to actually do this, but just to let you know that this is part of the washi tape, that I'm using that washi tape, and I will show you on one of my Now What's what I can do with this particular stuff. There's some amazing stuff that you can do with it. So like I say, I'm going to use, did I get my puppy? Yes, Colleen, I did get my puppy. I did show it on her on Saturday. Actually, if I do this, I'll go back up to my face and you can meet Mika. She's a little devil, but this is Makea, and she's adapting to my studio. She's doing pretty good. I think it's more training me because she is into everything. So anyways, this is Makea, and yeah, she's part of the craft room and the crafting community, right? Anyways, we'll let her continue to traumatize me while I'm on the thing. Anyways, there we go. All right, so we are going to make a box. We're going to use the monogrammed thing. Like I say, we're going to use the washi tape and a few other things, but I'll show you how we're going to do it. How high are the alphabet dies? These dies are, it does tell you on here, they are actually, you know what, I'll just go in and measure these on there. So I like how big they are. They're great for a lot of different things. So they are 2 1/4 inches by approximately, depending on what letter, of course, it is, by 1 1/2. So 1 1/2 by 2 1/2. And they are very big. And of course, you do get that. You get your circumflex. You get you get a lot of different ones on there. But they're really, truly amazing. And like I say, you can do an awful lot with it when you, for memory keeping. But I think you can also do it for an awful lot of 3D projects. Hello, Bobby. Yes, she's getting better. Introduced her to some puppies or dogs yesterday. She was in her glory. So that kind of just got, maybe brought back, you know, made her feel a little bit more comfortable. But she's very leechy. She's, yeah. Anyway, she is my puppy. So, all right. So I'm going to need this because we're, like I say, we're going to make a box. And we're making a box that is going to be, oh geez, how big is this box going to be that I'm making? It's going to be a fair size box. I always make a prototype, so I use old stuff. This box is 1 3/8 by 1 3/8. So I always, like I say, do a prototype of it. I know on the demonstrator planning place they had this where the box came up and it was kind of showing like that. I like it to be complete flush, so I had to do my own alterations on it. So that's exactly what I did. So I have a piece of basic white, and this is the thick basic white. And let me just get my measurements out here. I did it on this green. What is this, emerald green or something like that? Anyways, this piece here is 6 7/16. So 7/16 is 1 ticky less than a half. So you would then go, it would be 6 7/16 by 6 7/16. And then what we're going to do is we're going to come in here and we are going to score this. And I'm just going to bring in, because I like using my my take your pick tool, and we are going to actually score, this is the base, so we're going to score it 1/2 inch all the way around and 1.5 inches. But let's go with the 1/2 inch here. Whoops. And I thought it would be best if I actually show you the scoring, just because of the weird. So it's 1/2 inch. I know the one that was on this demonstrator site, she did a lot of things differently. I wanted mine to fit, and I wanted it to, the top part to come completely down. So, okay, so 1/2 inch and 1.5 inch on each side. So we'll just do that. That's 1/2 inch there and 1.5 inch. Another 1/2 inch. And then we'll go 1.5 inch. And another 1/2 inch. And 1.5 inch. And then I have a piece, and this you could do as a, so there's that piece there. And then I went and I did some petunia pop. I wanted a white base on the cards, on the box, and then what I wanted was a colored. Now I could have used designer series paper on this, but because of how I'm going to decorate this particular box, I chose to take just this. So this piece here is 6 by 6, so that works really good, that from a 12 by 12 sheet of paper you can get 4 of them, or you can use the 6 by 6 paper. So we're going to actually score this at 1/4 inch, and I'm going to do it off to the side here. So we're going to go 1/4 inch, and then we're going to go 1 1/4, and then that way I can measure that. So let's go 1/4 inch again, and 1 1/4 on all sides. And 1 1/4. So happy Memorial Day. I think it's Memorial Day down in the United States. We had our long weekend, our Queen Victoria Day last week. But happy Memorial Day to everybody. My friends south of the border. And like that. Then before we go any further, what we're going to do is we're going to take one of those the letters from the alphabet, and I thought that I would take an M for Mika. I don't know why I decided to do that, but I went ahead and did that. So I've gone, and what you want to do is you want to put this M right in the middle of it, and so that's how that's going to go. And then we have a piece of this will be a piece of window sheet. Now you could use acetate, you could use a lot of different ones, but I chose to use the window sheet. It's a lot stronger. This piece happens to be 3.5. I'm going to do this 3.25 by 3.25 by 3.25. Like I say, you can use acetate, you can use ones. I find I can find this easier on my desk. That being said, we'll see whether or not if that rings true. Okay, so I think I've done all the scoring and the cutting that I need to do. And then what I need to do, now, this petunia pop really, when you cut it, it really shreds, and I don't know why. All right, so we're going to take this and we're going to use our bone folder and get a really good score line on here. And I know that bone folder was here. There we go. We'll just use this one. So we're just going to come in and score that. Now, the reason this is only 1/4 inch, ideally, I think I'd like it to be bigger. But when you want to get as many things out of one that you can, that's why you want to do this. So that's why it's only 1/4 inch, but it'll be okay. Like I say, then the 1 1/4. And we're just going to fold that all on these fold lines. Get a really crisp fold. Like this. And then I'm coming in with that window sheet and I'm going to put that right on there. So I'm going to use glue. I normally wouldn't use a glue, but I'm going to let this glue set. We're going to just let that set because when we use we put the window sheet on there, it could smoosh around a little bit. So I'm going to come back in and let's score this basic white as well. And it's going to be a very sturdy box. There's so many things that you can do with these monogram letters. I think it'd be kind of fun to do, like you could do banners, you could do a bunch of that sort of stuff, right? So let's just do that like that. Now, I'm going to come back in and get this window sheet on here, and then some paper have more rag in its composite. Exactly, Felicia. Like, it really is, yeah, it's this petunia pop. I found I had to keep using a toothbrush to clean the groove out of the thing there. Now, with your letters that have like a middle piece in there, like this D, for instance, what I would do is retain that center part there, and then I would put that onto the window sheet there. So that would work out really, really well. Okay, so we've got that like that. Now, what we need to do is we need to do some cutting. You're watching too, but in silence, no sound. Is anybody else not got any sound? Because I'm showing my mic is working okay. Can somebody else? I'm not sure, Amanda. Maybe turn up your volume. I'm not sure. Okay, so is this going to be, yes. Okay, so what we're going to do on this side, we're going to cut here. We're going to cut here, cut this off, and also cut this part off. So on this side as well. And cut this part off. So we're going to do that on the sides there. Sounds good there. And Colleen, you are on YouTube or on Facebook? Yeah, I'm not sure, Amanda, why you don't have any sound. I'm showing the mic is working, so we're just going to cut up here, cut here, and this will show better. And you know what I'll do is, once I've done this, I'm going to come in here and we are going to cut, which one do I want to cut? Hold on just for a sec. YouTube, okay. I am then going to come in here and we're just going to miter this corner right here and these outside corners. Miter here and miter here. There we go. And then we're going to do the same on this particular piece, and this is the bottom. Janice is on YouTube. Yeah. Oh, it's not a problem with me. Oh, okay. Good stuff. I was a little concerned. If you are watching and you've got it closed if you've got closed caption, just put it onto closed caption, and then you can then see what I'm saying, as long as I'm articulate enough. Okay, I tend to do that sometimes if I'm in a meeting, if I'm watching a like a something on YouTube or something like that. Okay, and we want to also cut this part off. I decided that instead of doing this all ahead of time, I do this all together like this. So, all right, so this part's going to come off, and I'm going to lay this down, and you can take a screenshot of it. Excuse me. So this is just going to come off here. Cut that there. And then what we want to do is then we just want to, whoops, this is a little bit long. Let me sit there and cut that off. Now we're just going to miter these outside corners. No. Oh, here. What have I done? Do this side. Turn it around, miter the outsides here, and I'll just put this down, and like I say, you can do a screenshot if you want. And this is just a little crooked. There we go. So this is how it's going to look, is just like that. Okay? All right, so now what we want to do is we just want to put the box together. Now, you could use tear and tape. And you know what? I think what I might do is use tear and tape on a certain portion of it. So I'm going to come in and I'm going to, on the inside part, is I'm going to, oh, you know what? I also want to miter something here. I want to miter these corners as well. Just a slight little miter. If you're using designer series paper for the lid, you don't need to do this as much, but you definitely, when it's a thick cardstock, you have to do that. Okay, and a little bit here as well. So yeah, just miter these corners. Okay, then I want to come in with my tear and tape and put this in here. Okay, and we'll do the same on here. I don't think I'm going to have to miter so much on this part, but let's go ahead and just do a tiny little bit. Now, this tear and tape is just a bit too big for this, but I can show you a way that we're going to do it. We just take this off, just like that. Okay, I think I'll do the bottom first. All right. All right. They're good and burnished. Okay, I prefer using glue when I am actually putting the box together, because that gives you a tiny bit of wiggle room. So we're just going to put them onto these tabs here. And this is just going to go here, and we're going to match that up just like that. And we'll do the same on this side. And the glue sticks pretty quick, so just want to make sure it doesn't move on you. That. We're going to come in with these two and tuck them in. We'll tuck in here as well. Whoops, see, that's how you have to be so careful that they're both in there. And then this one also goes in there. So we're going to keep going around and making sure. That might be better if you prefer to do it with the tear and tape, that's fine as well. Or you could use it with the really strong Stamp and Seal, the Stamp and Seal Plus. All right. Just going back down to my thing here. There we go. All right. So see how that's just like, whoops, we want to make sure that, oops, want to get that in there. Now what we can do then is also come in with our bone folder and really get that down on those sides. Make sure that they're still even. There we go. And then what we want to do is we want to come in with our tear and tape, and we're just going to take that tear and tape off. Now I'm putting the pieces down that have the tabs on the inside. I'm putting them down first. So that's just going to come in like that. This one will come just down like this. We're going to come in and use our bone folder again. And then we'll do this on the other sides as well. And then we're going to do the same on the other ones, but I'm going to wait to put the tear and tape on at the end, and you'll see exactly why I'm doing that. All right, so that's just going to go like that. This one like this. And we'll use our bone folder. So this box, like I say, is quite a big box. So it might be something that you might want to put a gift in there. You might want to put, heavens, what could you also put on there? You could put candy. We're going to put candy in it today. So I'm going to come in with this. This might be a mistake putting on all the corners. So just like that. Remember, these are mitered, so they work really good and they close quite well once they're mitered. These pieces here, the top pieces. And let's put these pieces on there and hold those together. Oops. Just this as well. Whoops. So this piece is going to come right, cover that top part. Yes, and there's quite the mechanism to doing that. These, whoops, oh dear, we got glue on there. Well, I know what I can do with that. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm coming with this tear and tape, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to put this all on the inside. Now it's a tiny bit too big. Whoops, I want it on this side first. I want it on the side with the tabs on the inside. There. And we'll put it on this side as well. And when this gets taken off, it's going to be a little bit too big. See how it's a little bit too long? All you're going to do then is just fold it over on itself. So you're just going to take this and fold it down. And we're just going to tuck that right in there. And take our bone folder. And we're going to do the same on this side. And we're going to do that on all 4 sides. There we go. Let's just put that down there. And you have to tuck it back on itself so that it won't stick in on the thing. Now we could have glued that. Sometimes I find if you glue this tab, what happens is you get glue like I did on the outside of this box. But I think we can cover that up. I think we can. We're gonna give it a good try. And we're hoping I get through this video without her making some noise. Yeah, I really like making boxes too. I just don't make a lot of them. Not anymore. Okay, so that's just going to go down there. Just going to fit that in there. And then just take this one off. Yeah. Whoops. Oh, that's no good. Okay. Just going to fold that back on itself. And there we go. So we'll just go in, make sure that that's good and scored. And then, that is annoying with that little piece. And then this is just that smidgen, that 1/16 of an inch. And that's what makes this so that it stays good and tight, and it's a tight close. All right, so I do have a glue eraser, but I don't think it's going to work as well as what I want it to. Oh, that worked okay on there. Let's see if this is going to work on here. Kind of. Looks like it's got a little bit of puppy fur in there. Okay, just like that. All right, so we have that like that. So now what we need to do is we need to decorate it. So this Tags of Thank is still available, and it's got this For You. I don't know if there's another For You. This one's kind of big, but let's go ahead and use that. And I'm going to come in with my Petunia Pop, and we'll put it on. This is the second smallest stylish shape circle. Just do that like that. And if I was thinking, I would have had the in color, the new in color ones. All right, so then this is where the washi tape is now going to come in. So what I've done, and I'll show you how I do this on What Am I Now What, I've gone ahead and I've got all this washi tape. And I've cut it out, and I've done it in certain, they're all in different colors. They're really pretty. There's some in red, there's some in this Petunia Pop. So I'm actually going to, this is going to come just like this. See how we're going to get that. And I think we can put that there, or maybe this one. We want that M on there. We can put that. That's going to cover up that thing. I don't know what all my other colors are here. Let's put one there. Oh, they're so pretty. So, just like this. Okay, so I can pop those up with dimensionals, or what I could do is just lay them down flat. So I think what I might do, let's see, they're so pretty, some of these. You know what? I think I'll put this one down flat. But there's a die that goes along with this as well. So this is the die that cuts out that that washi tape. So I thought it was amazing to have something like that. So let's put this one on with dimensionals so that it pops up and I can put some behind. Let's put one of these there. So this can go here. Now we want to put this one behind. We want to cover up that glue, right? Thank you. Yeah, so we have that. We have these. So this was one cut off because I didn't cut it very good. So I'm just going to go, and you know what? It's a box, so it doesn't matter if it is outside of the lines. So I'm actually going to do that just outside the lines, and that kind of moved on me. So let's see. I can go ahead and put this up there. I'm going to use these two here, and I'm going to put dimensionals on there. This kind of reminds me of something that I did years ago. And I should try making that with this monogram because I think it'd be really nice on there. So we have that there. We have another one here. Maybe the bigger one. And like I say, I could go ahead and see on the inside of this box, I could also go here and I could put some stuff right on the inside of this box. And you know what? I think we maybe might. What do you think? Let me put this big one on here. So, and there's another small one here. There we go. And it really would be nice with the new In Color flat pearls. This last year's In Color. That's going to go like that. But see how I could, and I think I will. I'm going to actually come in here. Oh, you know what? I don't have that for you on there. Ooh, I should have put that on the front. All right, so let's go and put this on here like this, maybe. Yeah, that's not how I intended that to go. I wanted to put this For You on there, but I thought that was a little too big now that I think of it. But I think it could go on the inside. We'd be okay putting it on the inside. So let's do this. Let's put one of these beautiful, oh, I want to put that on top. So let's just put that like that. Because we don't really want this part popping up. And then this has, excuse me. Excuse me. I'm just going to put this on here like this. And then, see, this box will be like this. You could show through the box like that. But I thought I'm going to put some kisses in here. But this would be great for like jewelry, that type of a box. Excuse me. So I'm going to just come in here with these kisses. They smell good too. I think I have a dog that is used to human food because she is just going nuts down here. That's a lot of kisses, but you know what? That's all good, right? So then that can go right in there like that. And then we have our box. So that's kind of neat. Now, also, what you could do is we could have got this done in such a way that we could have done it where we could wrap a cookie and put a cookie in there. That would work quite well. See, I tell you, she can smell this stuff. Anyways, all right. So there we go. So if you like that, thank you. Yeah, I think I'm going to have one of those pieces. But yeah, if you like that, give me the thumbs up. Share my video. I really do appreciate it. So let me go back here. Oh, thanks. So remember, it's these alphabets. They're the party alphabets. They're amazing. And like I say, they're quite big, the party alphabets. They are expensive, I will tell you that. So my strong thing, or what I would suggest that you do, is when you purchase and you have your points or your rewards, is save up to get something like this, a more expensive type item. All right, so like I say, if you enjoyed that, give me the thumbs up, share my video. I really do appreciate it when you do that. Another thing is I will be back live tomorrow at 4:30 with a technique. Not sure exactly what I'm doing. I have an idea of what I'm going to do. And then also, I'm not sure about the rest of the week. Thursday, I know I'm not. She is being a little mouthy right now. And then basically... but Thursday I won't because I'm setting up for my retreat. And yeah, there will be 20 some odd of us women that we're going to craft all weekend. Remember, if you do live in Canada and don't have a demonstrator, I'd love to work with you. If you have any questions whatsoever, please do reach out to me, and I'd love to answer your questions, and if you do need a demonstrator. Also, remember to create, because it's great for the soul, and we will see you tomorrow, 4:30 Pacific. Bye for now. Thank you so much.